Are you thinking about exploring the incredible fishing potential in the evergreen state? You've made a great choice. From native Dungeness crab to trophy-sized salmon, Washington will wow you with its sheer amount of fishing opportunities. But before you start exploring, you'll need a Washington fishing license. In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about getting your fishing license in Washington. We'll cover some of the most common questions, like which type of license you should get, where to buy one, and much more. But before we dive in, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons below to keep up to date with all the latest angling videos. If you're looking for information on any neighboring states or anywhere else in the US, check out the licenses playlist on our channel. First, let's talk about who needs a fishing license in Washington. Simply put, every person who's 15 and older needs to have a valid license to fish and shellfish. These rules apply whether you're fishing in freshwater or saltwater. The only time you don't need a license is when you're going after carp, crawfish, bullfrogs, and relic shells. Children who are 14 and younger also don't need a license to fish. In addition to that, there are also some groups who are eligible for discounted licenses. This includes seniors who are 70 and older, veterans who are 65 and older who have a service-related disability, as well as veterans of any age who have a 30% disability acquired in service, residents who are permanent wheelchair users, residents with developmental disabilities, and residents who are visually impaired or blind. Just remember, even if you don't need a license, you'll still need to have a catch record card and/or endorsement depending on where you're fishing. More on that in a minute. Anglers can also take advantage of Washington's Free Fishing Weekend, which takes place after the first Monday in June and allows anyone, regardless of age or residency, to fish for free. Now that you know you'll need a Washington fishing license for both saltwater and freshwater angling, let's take a closer look at the types of licenses available. The most important factor when choosing your license is whether you're a Washington resident or not. Both residents and non-residents have access to the same types of licenses, but the price point is higher for non-residents. In order to get a residence license, you'll need to have been a permanent resident in Washington for 90 days or more before applying for your license. You'll also need to present a valid state-issued driver's license or ID. If you're in the armed forces, you'll need your military ID along with confirmation that you're currently stationed in Washington. Note that you won't be eligible for a Washington resident fishing license if you already have a resident fishing hunting license somewhere else. There are different types of licenses residents can buy. If you plan on hitting the water as often as you can, annual freshwater, saltwater, and shellfish licenses are the way to go. If you only plan on fishing for a few days, there are combo licenses that are valid for 1, 2, or 3 days. For the ultimate angling experience, you can buy the Fish Washington license. This unique combination allows you to fish pretty much anywhere as long as you have the necessary report cards and endorsements when needed. Non-residents can get the same licenses as residents, but the prices are usually twice as high. All daily combo permits and annual licenses are fair game. The only difference is that non-residents don't have access to the Fish Washington license, which is reserved for residents only. For an up-to-date breakdown of the cost of all of these licenses, click the link in the description box below and read our comprehensive blog piece that covers everything you need. Having a Washington fishing license is important, but there are some additional requirements you need to keep in mind too. The cost of these additions is usually the same for both residents and non-residents. Anglers going after Dungeness crab in the Puget Sound, as well as sturgeon, salmon, and steelhead anywhere, need a catch record card. This card helps the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife track the yearly harvest, so it's a necessary addition. Your first catch record card is free of charge, and every additional one costs around $12. If you plan on going crabbing in the Puget Sound, you'll need to buy a special Puget Sound Dungeness crab endorsement. If you'd like to fish with 2 poles on freshwater watersheds, remember to get the 2-pole endorsement. Anglers who plan on going to Canada to fish for salmon will also need to do a bit of preparation. Before you go on your trip, you'll need to fill out an online form notifying the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife when you'll be going. That way, you can legally bring your salmon catch back into the country. Getting your license before you hit Washington waters is simple enough. The easiest and fastest way to buy your license is through the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife website. Bear in mind that it can take up to 10 days to get your license in the mail. The good news is that you can get a temporary license through email, so you don't have to wait to start fishing. You can also order it via phone if you'd like to have someone talk you through all the details. If you prefer to do things in person, simply go to one of the many licensed dealers who will help you sort everything out. Finally, if you're fishing with a charter, some captains can sell you a fishing license before you start your trip. If you lose your license, don't worry. All you need to do is go to your vendor, let them know you lost your license, and provide your personal information. They'll be able to reprint your license, but bear in mind that there is a replacement fee. And that's it, you're ready to go fishing. All you need to do is remember that everyone who is 15 and older needs a valid Washington fishing license. State residents and non-residents have access to the same licenses, save for the Washington Fish License. You may need a catch record or special endorsement depending on what you're targeting and where you're fishing. And you can buy your Washington license online, via phone, or through a local licensed dealer. Now that you know how to get your Washington fishing license, you can start planning your next fishing escape. If you need more information, hit the link in the description box and check out our extensive blog post. You can also chat with us in the comment section below. All that's left to do is grab your gear, book a Washington fishing charter on FishingBooker.com, and let your fishing adventure begin.